Get strong.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at these swordtails, the Kohaku Swordtails. You know, I like them. They're vibrant red and white colorations. You know, they kind of look like koi fish. I've even seen them labeled as koi swordtails, but I guess the real name is Kohaku. You know, I like the vibrant color. They get a good size, as most swordtails do. I was attracted to this group because of this big female right here. She's just huge, man. She's got some size on her, and so I picked her up, and then I decided to get a few more females and a few more males. She was already pregnant when I brought her home, so she spit out a few babies. But one thing about these, they eat their babies pretty quick. There's also some guppies in this tank, as well as some bristlenose plecos in this tank, but they eat their babies pretty fast. You know, tank size, because of the size that she is, I can tell that they're going to need a good sized tank. Right now I have them a 20 gallon, but definitely going to need a bigger tank. One of the main reasons I've been starting to buy some swordtails and guppies is because I want to get a nice planted tank going. You can see I got a small little blue cara that's been in here for a while in there with them, but you know, I've been thinking about starting a planted tank, and so I needed to get some fish that I felt would go well with plants. Now, as you can see, I did put a breeder box in there because, like I said, there were some babies that I saw. I was able to scoop a couple of them out. Let's see if we can see any of them. I mean, they're pretty tiny. There seems to be one right there. There's a couple more in here. You know, they get underneath the leaves that's in there. There's probably about 6 or 7 of them in there. They, like I said, she spit out quite a few, but I saw a lot of babies they got 8. I didn't have time to catch all of them, so I caught a couple in the net, and I put them in there. But I mean, they are standout fish in my opinion. They look good. They're good swimmers. I mean, they're very active. They do a lot of swimming back and forth, and I'm gonna actually go pick up a few more of them. I mean, one thing I like about this with swordtails is, you know, they're very hardy. I had a few before, and I had them in a small tank, and I didn't keep them very long. But these guys are pretty hardy. They're pretty good size. You rarely find them this size in the pet store, and so, you know, I grabbed a couple of them. I'm going to be moving them to another tank. So right here, you can see I'm setting up this 40-gallon tank for them. I'm going to be putting them in this tank. I already put some sand in there, and I'm going to be filling this up, getting this set up for them, and they'll be going in there. And I've got a tank for the guppies as well. Down below here, we got some 10-gallon tank that we picked up that we're going to be setting up for the guppies. We're going to get a few more guppies of the same breed and putting them in there. Bought some tubing and air pump and some fake grass to help the babies hide. We'll probably even move one of those fake grass pieces up here, along with some more rock work, so hopefully they don't eat the babies as much. But right now I just got them down here. I've got this 10-gallon tank where I was doing a blackworm culture, but you know, I didn't do a good job getting all the I started a blackworm culture in this 10-gallon tank, but I didn't do a good job getting all of the leeches out, and they've slowly, obviously, taken over completely. So I'm gonna be going ahead and getting rid of this tank. Well, not the tank itself, but cleaning this out and getting all the rocks out, because it's just it's not doing what I want it to. But I am going to do another blackworm culture tank that I'll be putting in a tote instead of this tank. This tank I'll be using to house some more live bearers that I'll be getting. I'll probably be getting some mollies. Obviously, I did pick up a plant that just will not stay buried in the sand. These topper holes are definitely, they like to dig. No matter how I situate this plant, whether I put it behind a rock, whether I put it between these fake plastic plants, whether I bury it back up in the corner, they get it. It could be the eel as well. You know, he does his thing. He likes to come out and do his exploring. So somebody is guilty of it. I'm not sure who the culprit is, but they are definitely keeping this plant from taking hold. So I'm going to be moving that plant into the tank with the swordtails. So once again, you know, good looking fish, absolutely stunning in my opinion. Can't go wrong with these, and I'm hoping to get some babies out of them. If I get babies out of them, great. If I don't, great. But it'd be great to see a huge 40-gallon just full of plants and a bunch of these guys and maybe some guppies. I forgot the name of these guppies, but I'll try to get the name of those guppies and put those in the comments. But I can't wait to get them going. So like, subscribe, and once I get that tank set up, we'll do a nice look at the tank. You know, this tank has been pretty much for me to bring in hospital fish, fish that I might be sick, or even fish that I just buy as a quarantine tank. So I'll be keeping it as that, and I'll be setting them up in that 40-gallon tank right there. And I'm not sure what I'm going to put here, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the other 10-gallon tank. But don't forget to like, subscribe. Catch you later on the next one. Get strong.